So it seems like you guys really like the dialogue clips that I posted. Wow. Thanks to everyone that supported the video. I didn't mean for it to blow up like that, but anyways, here's a new video. Enjoy. So I know that I'm not the only one who thinks that, Unalive Yourself Squad, pretty clever, I know, right, was, not good, to say the least. But most people, me included, think that a few major adjustments and a major rewrite could have improved the game, and maybe even make it popular for all the right reasons. But today, I'm not going to talk about what I would have done with the squad, more so a look back at what could have been, as today we're talking about the cancelled Arkham game, which behind the scenes was referred to as Project Sabbath, and amongst fans was speculated to have the title of either Arkham Legacy, Arkham Insurgency, or Beyond Arkham. I prefer Beyond Arkham as the title because I feel that a title like Arkham Legacy infers the passing of the mantle would be the focal point of the entire story. I guess in that way, a title like Arkham Legacy would work better for a game where we would play potentially as Nightwing, who would have to deal with being forced to become the new Batman after Bruce's supposed death. Whereas a title like Beyond Arkham would work better for the story in a way that we're basically leaving Arkham behind and going into a new age. From what's been leaked and what's been accidentally revealed, we can see that this game would have been set in an almost post-apocalyptic looking Gotham, set 10 years after the events of Arkham Knight, a Gotham that without Batman has fallen into chaos. Using concept art, we can see some returning villains and some new ones as well. We can assume that most of them would have been side villains, such as Gorilla Grodd here, but I kind of hope that had the game come out, Two-Face, or as he's titled here, the Judge, would have been a main part of the story, as I feel that he was underutilized in the Arkham series as a whole. Some other characters who had concept art made for them for the game include a legacy version of Black Mask, who appears to be maybe the original's daughter or just a successor. She appears to take after the original using violent methods, which we can interpret with the bloody hammer shown here in the concept art above. We haven't seen White Rabbit in the Arkham series before, and honestly, I don't know that much about the character. But what little I do know about her makes me think that maybe she would have ran a club of some sorts in Gotham during the game. I'm not entirely sure what to say about Grodd being here. Mostly that it's pretty weird seeing him here, since he's usually a Flash villain. And that maybe this could have been used to establish a larger universe outside of Gotham, using some sort of throwaway line or reference to the Flash. From what I've heard about the game's story, Project Sabbath would have included Dick Grayson as a detective in the GCPD for some reason. I'm not entirely sure as to why he would give up being Nightwing to become a cop. Maybe he had some sort of injury or something. I'm sure it would have been explained at some point in the story, but I think that WB Montreal wanted to have Dick as a secondary mentor to Damian, perhaps in a Gordon-type role. This version of Poison Ivy appears to be a successor of some sort. She could be a reborn version of Ivy like in the new Suicide Squad game, but this art doesn't suggest that, mainly with her having a normal skin color instead of green, and her having vials on her belt. There are actually two versions of Batman that we can see in the concept art for this game. Both Bruce and Damian Wayne are shown in some of the art. Bruce in the art is shown to be old and grizzled, sporting an old gray beard where his infamous jawline once was, and appears to have to use a mechanical leg brace, such as seen in the Dark Knight Rises movie. He's wearing the leg brace over his suit, which is old and dirty, worn by the years of constant use. Damian, however, appears to be wearing a new Batman Beyond inspired look, utilizing a tech-heavy batsuit that has a glowing red bat emblem and glowing red eyes. In the concept art shown on the screen, we can see that he was supposed to be a much leaner and more agile Batman than Bruce was. Underneath the cowl, we can see that Damian's skin tone is much more in line with his Middle Eastern roots, as he has a skin tone similar to Talia's in Arkham City. The design for the suit that Damian uses in the art was played around with a lot, with differing designs looking very tech-heavy and lean, but some look a bit too futuristic. I assume that this design was the most popular amongst the team as it's used in the most concept art. As a continuation of Arkham Knight, WB felt that they needed to come up with a way of getting around to Gotham that could potentially have a map bigger than that of Arkham Knight. They either didn't want to reuse the Batmobile or felt that it didn't fit into the story, so they ended up creating a new mode of transportation, the Batcycle, or Batbike if you prefer that. Like the Batman himself, the Batcycle underwent many different designs, including these shown on screen. This particular design seems like they were going for aerodynamics and also tried to include some sort of armor to the front of the bike. This design had other elements that were added or subtracted to create what they felt was the perfect Batcycle. We can also slightly see the Batcycle in this concept art of the dystopian future Gotham. When it comes to the story of the game, not much is known about it, but it was heavily rumored to use the Court of Owls as the main antagonists, as Damian would have to fight his way through a completely corrupted Gotham with the help of Dick Grayson. The game would have used an upgraded version of the Nemesis system from the Middle-earth series, making it to where certain criminals remember Batman after past encounters, or that they go up in the ranks after successfully killing the player in combat. I personally would love to see this implemented into a Batman game at some point, whether it be Arkham or not. As to everything before Damian becomes Batman, it's a mystery. One can assume that it would be something along the lines of him escaping from Nanda Parbat to seek out his father, but we can't know for sure. Apparently Josh Keaton would have played Damian in this game. Yes, that Josh Keaton. We all know that he would have put effort into the role and the game would have been better for it had it released. According to Josh, the game would not have taken place in the Arkhamverse and was cancelled due to leaks. However, this was cleared up by Jason Schreier on Twitter a few days after Josh revealed it. And if that wasn't true, then maybe it was Arkham after all. When it comes down to it, this game would have been an amazing and welcome addition to the Arkhamverse, and I personally don't see why it was cancelled. But through its cancellation, we can see this project in a different light. One that makes us angry and saddened, but also that makes us hopeful. In reality, this game can still be made. We could eventually get this incredible sounding game with Warner Brothers acknowledging that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was a flop. Maybe they'll realize that the whole life service model won't be attainable, and that they should focus on single-player narratives. Hopefully we can get better. Hopefully we can get Batman Beyond Arkham. So this video was basically my thoughts on this piece of unreleased media. And honestly, I wish it came to fruition, as I know that a lot of players are yearning for a proper Batman Beyond game where we can fly through the dark skies of Neo Gotham. With this game, we could have been closer to that goal and maybe even eventually gotten an actual Batman Beyond game with Terry McGinnis as the main character. But alas, the fans rarely get what they want anymore. So, I didn't know that there were more characters. So there are actually more characters that I did not include in this script, mainly because I didn't know about them being in the game while I was writing it. Basically, I was doing research for this video and found a video by the Arkham channel on YouTube that I saw was on Project Sabbath. I proceeded to put it into my watch later, and then I did not watch later. My bad. But the video has a list of all the characters that an employee had said on a live stream, so I will have a link in the description to the video by the Arkham channel on YouTube, if you wish to see the full list of characters that were revealed to be in the game. Anyways, I was BullAbove512, and thanks for watching. Tune in next time if I do a next time, and have a nice day. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and like and all that stuff, just because YouTube likes it when people say that in the videos. Alright, see ya.